This is the Global Economic Commodity Scrap Metal and Recycling Report by our Bentley Roll-Off Trailers and Gondola Trailer Scrap Haulers, May 9th, 2022. U.S. weekly crude steel production fell to 1.775 million tons. This was on slow U.S. growth and cheaper imports taking market share. The U.S. dollar index, the U.S. dollar versus other global currencies. When the U.S. dollar rises, commodity prices mostly go down. The dollar rose to 103.4, near a 20-year high, caused by U.S. interest rates that are rising. Wti crude oil price rose to 109.77 a barrel. This was on the European Union's impending embargo on total Russian oil. U.S. weekly crude oil production was steady at 11.9 million barrels per day, up less than 1% in the past 4 months. Oil companies are keeping production low. Low production supports OPEC with the global higher prices, bringing high profits. The U.S. weekly oil rig count rose to 557. The rise will soon bring increased production. Scrap steel number one HMS price fell to about $410 gross ton. The strong dollar is bringing lower price scrap imports into the U.S. and less U.S. scrap exports going overseas. Hot rolled coil steel price fell to $71.04 per hundredweight, which is $14.41 a ton on slow economic growth and lower scrap prices. Copper price fell to $4.25 a pound on the strong dollar, also on demand concerns with Chinese lockdowns. Aluminum price fell to $1.39 a pound, which is $3,057 a metric ton on the same U.S. strong dollar, also the same demand concerns with Chinese lockdowns. China April Caixin Composite, which is Manufacturing and Services Purchasing Managers Index. It plunged to 37.2. Remember, under 50 is contraction. New orders fell at the second fastest rate ever as selling prices dropped. That means lower inflation. U.S. ISM Manufacturing Purchasing Manager Index, which is also business confidence. It fell to 55.4, dropping the second month in a row. There were slowing new orders and slowing production as backlogs decreased. U.S. March trade deficit of goods and services. Note that last week we showed goods-only deficit. The total deficit became worse to $109.8 billion for the month, a new record on the rise of the price of imported oil and a sharp increase in finished metal shapes. U.S. April new jobs gained 428,000, the 12th straight month above 400,000. That's good news. It's great progress, but still down 1.2 million jobs from pre-COVID. The U.S. April unemployment rate was steady at 3.6%, but the labor force participation rate fell to 62.2%. Also, labor productivity fell 7.5%, the biggest drop since 1947. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 912 points to 32,899. This was on tighter monetary supply, which is the opposite of printing dollars, along with higher interest rates. It was the fifth straight weekly loss, the longest losing streak in 11 years. Luggage trucks by Bentley. Huge haul and high-haul luggage trucks are now Bentley brands. Call for a quote or rent a luggage truck at Premier Truck Sales and Rental. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.